For this, our main event at 145 pounds, Sodiq Yusuff is 7 years younger than the veteran Edson Barboza. Barboza 2 inches taller. We highlight the 4-inch edge in reach. Top 3 among featherweights for the Brazilian, who's a small underdog. Center the table one final time, Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Live around the world from the UFC Apex here in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the main event. 5 rounds scheduled this in the UFC featherweight division. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the executive director is Jeff Mullen with Chairman Dallas Hahn. The 3 judges scoring at octagon side, Derek Clary, Sal D'Amato, and Chris Lee. And in charge of the action inside the octagon, your referee, Herb Dean. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. Las Vegas, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at the featherweight limit 146 pounds, and in 34 professional fights holds a record of 23 victories with 11 defeats. Fighting out of Nova Friburgo, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here is Edson Junior Barboza. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, this mixed martial artist weighed in officially 145.5 pounds. In 15 fights, his record stands at 13 victories with 2 defeats. Fighting out of Bladensburg, Maryland by way of Lagos, Nigeria. Here is Super Sodiq Yusuff.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna keep it clean. Touch gloves, let's do it.
First appearance for Sodiq Yusuff since October of last year. A layoff of a full year. Last time he was in here, he won via submission in 30 seconds. But no time for a feeling out process when you have a guy like Edson Barboza on the other side. Sodiq Yusuff is in green, Edson Barboza's in yellow.
Well, 2 really nice jabs and some inside shots from Sodiq.
Sodiq said, I'm gonna make it a war, and here it is.
Jumping knee from Barboza.
I will say this, Edson was rocked by that right hand from Sodiq.
Yeah.
In the first exchange.
Aren't they both?
Oh, right hand left hook. Sodiq is going for the knockout here.
He's just trading. He says, I'm going to trade with him the whole first round and see who survives.
Oh, big left from Yusuff.
Oh, God.
Again.
So hard. He's got him out bad right now. He's hurt real bad.
Sodiq Yusuff hammering away.
What a job by the ref to let this keep going, giving Barboza a chance to keep it fighting. That's good reffing right there.
Sodiq is on fire, brimming with confidence. Barboza hurt, but still dangerous. Sodiq doesn't care. He didn't care at the start of the fight. He certainly doesn't care now.
Another big right. This is being close to being stopped.
How is Barboza
It's going to be over
that?
in a second at this rate.
How is he eating those right hands?
He's not.
He's up.
I mean, he's not eating them well.
Every punch he's throwing has an effect.
And this is the space that Sodiq said he had to take away. And look, on the heels, in the back of the fence, exactly the way he said. And Barboza has no defense for this. He has to move forward to defend. He can't move forward moving back, and you can see it. He only has knees as offense to defend.
Well, Barboza is on extremely shaky legs right now. Sodiq is just brimming with confidence, stalking his prey, landing shots almost at will.
Also not overemphasizing it, not going for broke, not using too much energy. Very professional is his strategy here with Barboza, and the finish even, trying to get the finish and not using all his energy.
He's very much in control.
Short elbow from Yusuff.
Every shot is punishing.
And this is the experience of Barboza that's keeping him in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. He has so much experience that he's able to take this kind of beating and know it's okay. Weather the storm, weather the storm. And you see Barboza not quitting.
Oh, a really nice takedown, and then follows immediately with a sharp elbow. This is actually pretty good for Barboza, unless Yusuff goes land some crazy ground and pound. If Barboza can tie him up, tie up the arms, maintain close guard, ride out the rest of the round and recover, which as fans we don't want to see, but right now if I'm coaching Barboza, that's the strategy, that's the idea. Because he's not in a good place, but there's a nice
jiu-jitsu here. Yusuff out of danger for the moment.
Well, that shows Barboza is still very much thinking.
Yep.
That was a nice attack, went for the sweep, attacked the leg lock.
Great
Crucifix,
start
big
for
elbow.
Sodiq Yusuff. He's already landed north of 40 significant strikes. This coach's cam is brought to you by Cuervo.
Don't let him get you in his head. I want you on his head. Stay, hey, get this. Fourth half guard. Body, body, head. Body, body, head. Yeah. 90.
Lloyd Irvin in the corner of Sodiq Yusuff. 90 seconds to go in round one. The pace has slowed.
Well, notice what he said. He said force half guard. So he's either in full guard or he goes to half guard. And he wants half guard because it pins Barboza's leg to the mat and doesn't allow him to get up. If you go side mount, if you go full mount, if you go back take, you give Barboza a chance to be athletic. But if you pin that leg to the ground with half guard, like Lloyd's asking, you can keep punching the opponent and they can't get up. And that's what you're seeing Yusuff do, controlling that bottom leg there. And then elbowing and ground and pound.
As I said, though, this is really good
There's
for
the guillotine.
Barboza. It really is. I mean, this is allowing him to recover.
Well, he's looking. Yusuff's looking for the guillotine here. The second Barboza gives him the neck, he's going to lock it up. And Barboza's doing a good job staying on his back and not giving his neck up.
Still better than getting his head clubbed off, though.
Yusuff back out of danger. 30 seconds to go.
How about the experience of Barboza, man, to get out of this round is incredible. After that beating he took in the first round.
Oh, it's not over yet. They're heavy. Sodiq is clubbing him tonight. You can hear those hammer fists. You can feel the power of those shots on the feet.
Guard close for Barboza with 10 to go. And what was a wild start to the first round. Looked like it might not get out of the first minute. Quick 30-second break. We're back with round two.
Calm down. Calm down. The worst part's over. The worst part, you gotta believe me. Believe in me. Breathe. Reset yourself. Recover. Pay attention. Reset. The worst is over. The round's over.
Olha só. Vai, Anderson, pode ir.
You're waiting too much.
Listen. You're doing great. Follow the plan. Don't unfollow plan. You're doing great. Hey, one more. And follow your left hook. I don't care what you feel like. This is what we've been practicing for. We said we're going round one, gonna be it, and we're here. You heard me, Sodiq?
Absolutely dominant showing through the first 5 minutes. Sodiq Yusuff 64 to 12 in total strikes. Had a takedown in 3 minutes of ground control time.
And it was all that pressure.
Yep.
Let's fight.
Pressure in the 25-foot octagon.
Keep that pressure. You keep Barboza on his heels. It's a little different, but you let him move forward. He starts doing what you just saw, kicking you.
And that's how you check a leg kick, though. That was a real nice check with the rear leg, which you don't often see. Barboza has got to insert himself back into this fight now, though. He's got to go on the attack. He can't delay. He can't wait. He cannot let Yusuff find his flow like he did in round one. He's trying.
Yeah, he's swinging. There's a spin kick for Barboza.
But I tell you, there's massive power behind the shots of Yusuff.
I mean, I've grappled with him, and he is extremely strong.
Is he?
Yes, extremely strong. And he's got power, and he's confident in it, as you can see. He marches forward with his defense and says, it's okay. You hit me, I'll just hit you back, and I'll win that war. That's what he's doing right now with Barboza. He's just keeping him on the heels and saying, going punch for punch. With pressure, I'll win.
And again, from Yusuff, what we're seeing here, and by the way, I love the spectacular techniques, the spinning stuff and all the rest of it. I do. Everybody does. But fundamentals are so key, and they often get forgotten because they don't look that cool. You know, kids want to do the spinning wheel kicks and stuff like that, spinning back fists, etc. Jabs, right hands. Essentially, this is what Yusuff is using. Sprinkling in a few kicks and using basic fundamental boxing.
And also with that, exactly, I agree with everything you say, the pressure that he's choosing. Look, this round, he's not pressuring quite as much, and he's giving Barboza a chance now. You can see Barboza's got a little bit more hope, but still, it's not that close because we're seeing them go toe-to-toe, and Barboza's not going ahead the way we saw Yusuff go ahead in the first round because he's beat up.
Coming up next, don't miss a recap of all the action from right here at the UFC Apex, the UFC post-show on ESPN+. Dean Thomas and Michael Chiesa will join Karen Bryant to break down all the action, plus Heidi Andral interviews all the big winners. It's only on ESPN+.
One of the keys, you know how tired Barboza is look, he's got double underhooks and he's choosing to stay here while Yusuff hangs over the top of his arms with double overhooks. You can't, you're out of there if you're Barboza, but he's staying there to keep from getting punched.
Barboza a little busted up, as you can see. The damage starting to mount. Sodiq Yusuff doing damage with every single shot.
The output from Yusuff has slowed a little here. And the relevance of that being, you know, it's allowing Barboza a potential to fight his way back in. I'm not saying he is doing. Clearly, Yusuff is still in control.
Look at him. Sorry.
No, go on. I was just going to say, but Barboza, with the level of experience that he has, and he's always dangerous, you know, so can't rest on your laurels. You got to go forward. You got to try and finish this man.
Look at how you're seeing Yusuff attack the back leg of Barboza. You noticing that? And that takes away the lead leg of Barboza as he does that, and it sets up the jab. Very little tiny things you got to pay attention to what Yusuff is doing that helps him get ahead. That little back leg kick right there, that's an awkward kick. And it takes away the spin attack. It helps take away the spin attack, and it helps takes away the leg kicks of Barboza when he does that.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is a better round than round one. And there it is. There's a stinging right hand. Probably the best shot that Barboza has landed all the fight. And now, that brings the confidence back.
Yep, Sodiq has to go forward. You can't let Barboza move forward because, as you see, he's effective moving forward.
You know, you land a good shot and you're like, hold on a minute. I'm still in this. I'm still here. I've still got this. My name is Edson Barboza.
Barboza forcing Sodiq back to the fence. Final minute of the round.
It looks like Sodiq might be a little tired.
Well, I think he has to take this round off because he gave so much in the first and he planned on that. And I spoke to Lloyd and them. They said, look, we're going to have to give everything we have in the first to create damage so he can't beat us up as the fight goes on. Right. So we're going to beat him up in the first round and then I'll try to get my gas back and then finish him later in the fight.
Interesting
and
strategy.
You're seeing it, but it's not easy to try to take this from Barboza for a round either.
You know, that's all well and good. I just like to be in shape where I can go hard for 5 rounds without having to take one off.
I mean, I don't look like he's off, but
I know,
yeah.
but, you know, push hard.
Yeah.
5 rounds.
Different styles for everybody.
Big response in round 2 for Barboza. Third round upcoming.
Just breathe. Breathe and recover.
Presta atenção, tá? Duas coisas. Quando você fica técnico,
Two things, look.
ele não consegue
When you
competir com
fight
você,
technical,
você é
he
muito
cannot
mais
compete
técnico
against
que
you. You are a lot
ele,
more
certo?
technical. Don't
Você não
brawl.
pode brigar nessa
Two
luta.
things.
Tá,
You
1 a 1,
cannot
você ganhou esse
you cannot
round.
throw down without
Tá, ele
technique. You're so much more technical than he is. He is tired. He is tired, Edson.
Consciente na sua mão esquerda.
You have to use your left hand.
Via direita, se manter baixo e isso.
Stay low, with low stance. Bend your knees, stay low.
Não quero
You gotta
que você
go.
fique tomando esse overhand
I do
direita.
not. It's always the
Não
overhand
quero que
right.
você fique tomando
Stop
esse
taking the overhand
direita,
right.
por favor.
Block
Bota a
the
mão
overhand
esquerda
right.
alta ou sai.
Put your right left hand high guard, and let's get some more volume. Come on, Edson.
Vai virar a luta junto, escutou?
You gotta win this fight together. Let's win this fight together.
Come on, let's go.
Welcome back. Ready for round 3. Edson Barboza responding in a big way in round 2 after nearly being finished in the opening minute. Dean Thomas, what do you see?
This is where we find out if Sodiq is a 5-round fighter. He's going to have to put some pressure on Barboza because Barboza is not out of this fight. And we know how much experience he has. This guy's been in there with everybody. He's had 5-round fights before. So Sodiq's going to have to either get him out of there this round or make him want to get out of there this round.
Yeah, and let's remember, it was one right hand from Barboza that kind of brought the faith back, if you will. That was the turning point in round 2. And now it's gone from a truly devastating round 1 for Barboza, losing round 2, but certainly back in the fight. Obviously, we're still early in round 3, but he's fighting again.
I'm super curious if Sodiq can keep the pace he did in the first now in this third, because that first was crazy, but he has to keep that pressure because we saw in the second, if he doesn't, Barboza gets ahead.
Well, Paul Felder just texted me, he said, be careful if you let Edson Barboza getting into a groove. He fought him twice, he spent 30 minutes in the octagon with him.
And you can't let a guy like Barboza with that much striking ability get his rhythm is what Felder's talking about. And when you let this man, Barboza, move forward and move in free roaming space, he gets his rhythm.
You could hear the shin connect with the cup there.
Yeah? You want to take a little time? No?
Nah, yeah, he's fine.
Right.
And you could hear the shin connect. Oh, it wasn't the
What
shin.
a
What am I
beast.
saying?
He just doesn't want the rest.
Well, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to let Sodiq rest.
I know, but he's a sicko. I love it. Gotta love that. That's the game right there.
Yeah, but that's smart though.
Yep.
And by the way, we saw the numbers a second ago on the body shots. A lot of body shots from Barboza.
Yeah.
You got to think that that's starting to add up as well on Sodiq because that's damage you can't see. We can clearly see the impact from the shots in Barboza's face, right? He's a mess. Let's have it right. But Sodiq has taken, like, I think it was 30 or something like that, many shots to the body. That's going to slow you down. It's going to tire you out.
Got great body work, and it's that body work that you're talking about, Bisping, has stopped the forward pressure from Yusuff. It's got him moving back now, and that's where Barboza wants him, and that's why Barboza's so good. He adjusted to the pressure, started going to the body of Yusuff, and now Yusuff's on his heels. Oh, body head, setting it up.
Edson.
It's getting closer.
Tell you what, that was a heavy left hook.
Yusuff got to double up on that jab and follow it. Because right now, being on his heels is not going to support him against a guy like Barboza. He's got to move forward.
And right now, if you're Edson Barboza, you are loving this. You're like, okay, buddy. All right, you enjoyed yourself, did you, in round 1? Did that feel good? Well, guess what? Now it's my turn, buddy.
And that's the thing, 5 rounds. So this is a 5-round pace right here. Yusuff's never done that. Not like this, not at this level.
Shot to the body.
Barboza's killing that body.
Yeah, he's
over
ripping to the liver.
40 strikes landed to the body. And fires another body kick.
So smart, because the body work stops the takedown attempts of Yusuff, and it also stops that forward pressure because it hurts, takes the air out. We can get hit in the head easier than we can the body, right?
It's absolutely true. I mean, when you get hit in the head, it doesn't necessarily hurt until after the fight, unless it knocks you out. You know what I'm saying? Or unless you get visibly wobbled. Other than that, we can take it. The body, you're not in control of that. It's just this horrible pain in your midsection. You can't breathe properly. You can't move, and the body starts to shut down.
Yeah, you could see because Barboza will get hit in the head, and he's just a little wobbled, but he's there. But you go to the body, and it kind of stops forward pressure completely.
Barboza showed a little urgency, got himself off the fence, back to the center, but Barboza walked Yusuff right back behind the black line.
I tell you, I'm getting ahead of myself, but if Barboza can pull this off, I mean, we talk about an epic comeback because he was done in round 1. I thought Yusuff...
Oh my gosh, he's got him hurt.
Spin back! Wow! Yusuff is on wobbly legs and
Really
down!
get him out of here.
Barboza trying to wrap him up. Perhaps it'd be best to fire some big shots.
If I was him, I'd just tee off.
He's got a Darce. He's trying to
gonna
lock
go
up the
for
Darce. Oh my gosh, he hurt him so bad.
Ground and pound coming for Barboza.
He's so wobbled.
Whoa, he's still in this. What a
20
fight.
seconds in round 3.
He's not still in this.
He's in it.
He's
Good job by the
winning
reffing.
it.
Let it keep going. Because he's standing up and protecting himself.
He's
That's
got
all
to
you
let
can
go.
do.
He should disengage. Forget about the jiu-jitsu right now. That was his best opportunity.
The final seconds tick away. This is why fight fans love Edson Barboza.
He is a bad man. And he runs back to the corner.
Just give me the clip. You know, pay attention. Be quiet and listen, okay? Okay. He just came to the wrong corner. He's out of it. You're Super Sodiq Yusuff. Pay close attention. Take a sip. Take a deep breath. Pay close attention. You're not throwing like you're supposed to. Right, he's coming right by, left over him. You have to keep your right hand up. If you see a takedown, get that takedown. Okay. Go, coach.
Right shoulder, okay? When you're in the pocket, I need you to elbow.
Take a little one.
Like the elbow, I need you to keep your head
Listen,
down and elbow.
are you hearing me calling you right arm up? Yeah. Yeah, you're not doing it. All right, listen, stoic face, and stand up.
I want to stiff shit.
Stoic face and we're jabbing. And you put them down when you want.
All right, back and ready for round number 4. New territory for Sodiq Yusuff. After round 1, Sodiq Yusuff, who was a small betting favorite at the start of the fight, was minus 600. Now Edson Barboza minus 425 after a monster round 3 and a huge head kick.
And that was one of his signature moves. Remember the legendary knockout over Terry Edson, the spinning wheel kick. Connected, yes, Yusuff stayed on his feet. Massive heart shown there. There's a big jab from Barboza. The corner of Yusuff imploring, you are Super Sodiq Yusuff, just trying to tell him everything that he needs to hear to rally him, to bring out that, whatever you want to call it, warrior spirit, for want of a better term, but just trying to insert a little bit of fight and will into him.
Edson Barboza is well-versed in being in main event spotlights, but this is only his second time past 3 rounds. His other main events ended before that, except for the one against Kevin Lee back in 2018, which went into the 5th.
Well, right now, Edson is picking him apart with the jabs. Yusuff jabs, misses, not that one, generally though. And then Barboza counters and lands hard.
I mean, I know we're going technique for technique, but if I really watch this fight and analyze it, it's whoever moves forward wins the round. Neither of these fighters work very well moving backwards, so whoever controls the forward momentum of this fight generally wins the round. First round it was Sodiq, second round could have been Barboza, but whoever's controlling the forward momentum seems to be winning on the scorecards and landing the best shots. You gotta keep these guys on the heels. Whoever keeps the other one on the heels seems to be winning.
The reality is this is a fantastic fight. I mean, let's go through it. Round 1, Barboza was done. He was out of there.
Could have been 10-8. Could have been 10-8.
Oh, it was 10-8.
Yeah, I'd say so,
It might
right?
have even been a 10-7 if you look at the criteria for how to score one. If you look at the criteria and stick to the criteria, it was a 10-7, but go crazy, Twitter. Round
I'd say 10-8, but I hear you.
Whatever, it was definitely a 10-8, but a 10-7, but whatever. Let's not get into that. Then round 3, Barboza wheel kicks him, almost takes his head off. A lot of drama. Round 4, both guys looking recovered.
Those kicks from Barboza, the spin attacks and that kick to the body and all the body work has just really helped Barboza get back in this fight.
Seems to be a speed issue for Yusuff. He's kind of, I mean, I know he's tired.
It's the pressure. I mean, he's
I know
moving
it's
back.
round-
He's
round
moving
4.
back. He's got to move forward. So he can't fight moving backwards, and we're seeing that right now in this matchup.
Compared to Barboza, he's going in slow motion.
Dean Thomas with 2 minutes to go in round 4.
I tell you what, man, Barboza really turned it up on him. And I think one of the things that's helping him is the way he is slipping the jab as he's moving forward. He's completely nullified Sodiq's jab by moving forward, slipping off, and being able to rip combinations off of that.
Double jab for Barboza. Yusuff responds with the same.
He's looking for a spin. Barboza's going to spin. You saw the little shimmy of the shoulders a second ago. That's a precursor to a spinning back kick or a spinning wheel kick.
Yeah, They make it through this round. That 5th round's about to be a barn burner, I'll tell you that, because these guys are going to let it all hang out if they make it there.
And the longer this fight goes, the 10-8 score potentially in round 1 in favor of Sodiq Yusuff would loom large.
But again, if we stick to the criteria, we were all at the 7-0. That was a 10-8 in round 3 for Yusuff. Sorry, for Barboza.
Could make a similar argument, although, yeah, you could.
That's what they told us. The commission said if it's a clear round, a very, very clear victor, that should be a 10-8.
I mean, look at the eye of Barboza, too. The damage is different. Like, we're seeing a back-and-forth fight, but really the damage on the face of Barboza is different than the damage of Sodiq, and they've both been dropped.
Yeah.
So,
different rounds, though. Damage in round 1. A lot of damage in round 1 from Yusuff.
To the body once again.
Nice knee to the body.
With 25 seconds from round 5, there's a good possibility it's 2-2. But it's not over yet. Yusuff recovered, did better this round. Anybody's fighting round 5.
Barboza goes body head once again. Final seconds of round number 4. And it will come down to a 5th and final. We'll keep it here between rounds.
Calma. Já foram 4 rounds.
It's been 4 rounds.
Eu não sei o que aconteceu nesse último round.
I have no idea how to score the last round. This round is a decising one. I need you to win this round. I want you to be technical. Don't be a brawler. I want you to be technical. Stop taking the right hand. Keep your left hand up high. Be technical, Edson Barboza. You're much better than he is technically. Don't get caught up in a brawl.
You can put him out.
Now he's hurt.
Right hand, left hook.
Please throw that right hand, left hook. All right, you don't have to land with the right hand. Just throw it out there, get him occupied with it, and throw the left hook with it. You fucking got it.
Listen, you got volume. Listen to me, man. Listen. Those fucking volume like we practicing. That's all. You finish them. I promise you.
Put the combination in.
There you go. You hear it from Lloyd Irvin. They want a right and then a left hook.
Yep.
And they want volume from Sodiq Yusuff in the final rounds.
Yep. We heard it. Forward pressure. In order to land that hook, in order to land that right, you've got to be moving forward. Sodiq can't do it moving back.
Barboza working behind the jab to start the final rounds.
So this now essentially comes down to who's in the better shape. They've both been beaten. They're both tired. They're both taking damage. Now it's round 5. The better athlete, the more endurance, that will win this fight. Point that we haven't made so far. When we spoke to Edson this week, he started doing a lot of triathlon training, doing long-distance endurance work.
Yeah, he looks fresh.
Yeah. Normally, he does get a little bit tired. And Sodiq Yusuff highlighted that. He said he will get tired, but he's been doing a lot of marathon training. The cardio looks improved. And right now, because they're both beaten, they're both tired, they both want to go home. Whoever's in the best shape, they're going to take over and win this round and ultimately win the fight.
Oh. Honestly, can't believe we haven't seen more grappling attempts, more wrestling attempts out of Sodiq now. More double leg, single leg attempts. Just make Barboza balance, but it's a lot of energy to do that too, so that's probably part of the reason.
Yusuff is pumping the jab and circling to his left.
Yeah, it's almost after that first round. He hasn't had quite the same touch since that first round. Like, he had to get him out of there almost in that first. And then since then, it's kind of slowed down a little for Yusuff. Still in the fight, still back and forth, but not the same tempo.
Yeah, I mean, he won the first 2 rounds. Round 1 was massive.
Oh, there's that hook they were calling for.
It was a landslide in round 1. Round 2, I still gave it to Yusuff, but he won it. It wasn't a landslide. 3-4, Barboza. This could go either way. You never know. If Barboza pulls this off, it could even be a draw.
We don't know what the refs are seeing, or the judges are seeing with the damage either.
We never know what the judges are seeing, let's be honest.
Barboza's starting to move forward, fire some kicks to the body. He's landed nearly 80 body strikes as we enter the final half of the final round.
What a job by the refs tonight, though, too. We had 2 drops in this main event, and they didn't stop it. They didn't run in and ruin anything. They'll let the fight keep going, let the fighters have their chance.
There's some nice power shots from Yusuff. It's the first time that he started throwing with any kind of real nasty intentions for quite some time. Yusuff has really got to dig deep here. I'm not saying he's about to lose, but he's got to get some respect back. Right now, Barboza feels firmly in control. He's taking over, he's landing shots, and he doesn't fear what's coming back.
He's got the ring generalship in this last round for sure, like you're saying, Bisping. He's moving, he's controlling which way the direction goes of the fight, and the judges do see that.
Takedown for Barboza. Huge. 90 seconds to go in the fight. We showed you the significant strikes. Barboza near 200. Career best for both by the numbers that they've notched so far with a $120 to go.
That's why Barboza's a Hall of Famer, though. You're seeing it right now. This is what it is to be a Hall of Famer, to be able to come back after losing the first round, even 10-8, and then come back and stay in this fight. Not just stay in it, but maybe win the 5th round, possibly. Like, it's incredible what Barboza's doing right now against Yusuff, who's a nasty rising star in this division.
They trade knees from the clinch as they work along the fence in the final stages. The thudding power shots of Yusuff that were felt in the first round by Barboza never really came back. But it has been a close fight throughout since the first round.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, it was a great start. A massive early lead for Yusuff. And then Barboza has leveled the playing field in the next 3 rounds. How it's going to be scored by the judges, I have no idea. But I got to say, respect to both men for just being in this position. Barboza was done in round 1. Yusuff was done in round 3. And here we are, going the distance.
25 minutes in the books. You gotta admire the grit of Edson Barboza at 37 years old and 13 years on the roster to still be in barn burners like this. For Sodiq Yusuff, his first test over the course of 25 minutes. Largely impressive, especially in the early going. And if you want some quick math, if you score it 3 rounds to 2 for Barboza, but a 10-8 in the first round for Sodiq Yusuff, we could be looking at a draw. So stay tuned for some scorecards.
Let's take a look at some of these replays here. Look at the left hook right straight from Barboza. Gets caught with the overhand right from Yusuff in this first round. And right here is all Yusuff. I mean, that overhand right landed 3 or 4 times in the first 2 rounds. But look at the body work. Right there, Barboza connected. And that adds up with the jabs against Yusuff. Between the body work, the jabs, and this spin kick that sat down, Yusuff, incredible. I mean, how many times have we seen Barboza land that and take people out of the fight? Yusuff survives it, and they go to the 5th. The damage of the right eye of Barboza, and this takedown was huge. To be able to finish the 5th round with a takedown attempt like that, end up on top, we don't know how this is going to go.
Look at the response. Sodiq Yusuff, 44-10 in terms of significant strikes. Nearly got him out of there in the first 30 seconds of the fight. Round 2 very close. Barboza in 3, 4, and 5 held the striking advantage. Also had 3 takedowns to 1 takedown for Yusuff, which came in round number 1. All right, Joe Martinez to make it official.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 exciting rounds of action, we go to the scorecards, and here are the totals. 49-46, 48-46, and 48-46. Your winner by unanimous decision, Edson Jr.
You're on the right way. Thank you. All the best for you.
I'm here with the winner